Hello and welcome to the Golden Playbook. Today we are going to continue our mock draft series. In previous weeks we have done ESPN, we have done Yahoo. This week we are doing Sleeper, and instead of doing kind of a regular draft where I'm using my regular draft strategy, trying to build out the best roster I can, we're going to try to do double elite tight ends and kind of see what the best team we can formulate with Bowers and McBride are. All right, so we're setting up the draft settings now. We're going to do PPR 12 team. I'm going to do no limit so we can kind of talk through some of these picks, all of the players, and we will update that. Let's click out of there. And then in order to do this, I will probably have to take Bowers in round 1 because there's not really a spot where I can confirm to get Bowers in round 2 while also getting McBride in round 3. It's just not plausible. So with that being said, I'm going to draft in the back end of round 1. We're going to take the 110, I think. That way our third round pick's a little bit sooner. But we'll see how this goes. We'll claim there, and then we will start our draft. All right. And the usual suspects go. Amon-Ra up at the 1-3 is a little early, and we are on the clock. So listen, our first pick is easy. Since we're trying the double elite build, this is obviously our Brock Bowers pick. And then hopefully we don't get sniped on McBride, and we do not. So obviously I wouldn't recommend this in a real draft. You're just passing on too many good running backs and wide receivers. But for the video, for the content, I want to see what the best team we can create while doing these double tight ends. And listen, you're going to need both guys to absolutely smash because you're going to basically need one of them to be in the tight end and one of them to be the flex spot. Because as you can see, to the third round, we're to guys like Garrett Wilson, Terry McLaurin, James Cook, and we don't have any running backs or receivers. We're basically locked into grabbing one of each here. And let's see. Honestly, I'm going to grab Rashee Rice. Just for the upside, I think he can be wide receiver 1 this season. I don't really like the guys that were going ahead of him, like Garrett Wilson, Terry McLaurin. I think Rice's upside is very, very strong. And then for running back, let's see. I think I'm going to go Alvin Kamara just to kind of solidify, a solid floor due to his passing volume. Yes, they're probably going to be a bad offense, but outside of Kamara and Olave, there's not many options there in New Orleans. So we've got ourselves our double elite tight ends, and now one running back, one receiver. We are going to have to play some serious catch up going into this round. Let's see. Another thing, we're probably going to have to wait on quarterback in this format, just because we do have to catch up so bad at the other positions. And with it being a one quarterback league, I'm really fine taking a guy pretty late. So let's go to running backs here. We got some of the rookies, RJ Harvey, Pacheco, Swift, and we'll check out the receiver options. Let's see. It is slim pickings. All right, we're going to do RJ Harvey and just say, what if he's the next Alvin Kamara during his prime? Catches a million balls in a Sean Payton offense. You never know. And then receiver, we kind of want to shore up our starting lineup now because we know one of the tight ends will have to fill into our flex spot on most weeks. I want to make sure we fill out our roster of 2 running backs and 2 receivers. And this is where our roster is at currently. So I'm trying to fill out this second wide receiver slot. And I don't really love a ton of the guys in this range. I say, let's go Jalen Waddle and see, now that Jonnu's gone, maybe he gets more involved in that Miami offense. I don't love the receivers in this range, but let's give a shot on Jalen Waddle. All right, we are back up. We've got our double running back, double receivers, and then, of course, the 2 tight ends. So I think we go favorite wide receiver or running back. Would have loved to get Jacoby Myers to fall to us. But I'm a Calvin Ridley guy, so let's go ahead and grab Ridley. because I'm fine grabbing a couple of these running backs. And Calvin Ridley's kind of a guy for me here. And let's see. Okay. So, top of the receivers, Shakir, Samuel. I like Juwan Jennings quite a bit, especially with Ayuk likely going to be out the first 4 weeks. But I think we need to grab another running back just to kind of shore that up. I'm thinking Jaylen Warren. I think he can give us some usable weeks just with this passing volume. Now that Aaron Rodgers is there, I think Jaylen Warren could easily catch 50, 60 balls. Easily is pretty strong, but I think he could definitely catch 50 balls this season in that offense. So let's go with Jaylen Warren. Could provide us some good weeks. All right. Like I said, we don't feel too great about this team when you do the double tight ends. You would really need them to have 2 of the better tight end seasons of all time. But with these 2 guys, that's not out of the question. They're very talented guys, obviously. And I think we just got to continue to fill out the running backs and receivers. There's plenty of good quarterbacks out there. Love Sharps, love Spears. If you know, you know. For receivers, I think Josh Downs would be pretty solid. Emeka Ibuka, if you want to try to shoot for a little more ceiling. If something happens to Mike Evans or Chris Godwin, I think Ibuka is going to be a smash pick. So let's see. Let's just grab Downs, and then we'll see which of our favorite running backs comes back to us here. And we have our pick of the litter. Let's go Zach Charbonnet. We are one inevitable Kenneth Walker injury away from Zach Charbonnet being a starting running back. And, it's just great value on a guy who proved last year he can put up solid fantasy seasons. I think Sharp is being drafted too low, kind of knowing how volatile Kenneth Walker is. He's destined to miss a couple games due to some lower body injury. Like he did last season. So let's see where we're at as far as our roster is concerned. We've got Kamara and Harvey to start. Rashee Rice, Jalen Waddle. Got our double tight ends, Bowers, McBride. And then Ridley, Warren, Downs, Charbonnet. Don't love the squad. Obviously, we are, feels like we're behind at every position except tight end, which we knew was coming. Josh Downs being a wide receiver 4, not great. Let's see. I think we go Garendo here, another guy who's a McCaffrey injury away from being kind of a starter. So let's grab Garendo, and let's see where the quarterback options are sitting. So we have, obviously Mahomes is gone that would be kind of nice to pair up with Rice. But let's see, I think Dak's going to, have a nice bounce back season. So we'll grab Dak there. And then we just got one more bench spot to fill out. A little speed draft. All right, we are back on the clock with our final pick here. And we really just need a wide receiver. Pretty bad. Probably someone with some upside, just because I feel like we have some decent guys here. It's pretty thin. I would take Hollywood, but we already have Rashee Rice. People are expecting great things out of Xavier Worthy, expecting great things out of Rice. I don't know how much Hollywood will fit in. Maybe we take a shot on a guy like Leggett, although he's not my favorite. Let's just take a shot on a guy like Keenan Allen. Maybe he signed somewhere where he's the wide receiver too. And, he has one more season in him of being the Keenan Allen of old. All right, so this is the squad. If you go double elite tight ends, we've got Bowers, McBride, obviously. Receivers, we have Rashee Rice, Jalen Waddle, Calvin Ridley, Josh Downs, Keenan Allen. Not awesome, clearly. Running back, we have Kamara, Harvey, Warren, Charbonnet, Garendo. I actually don't hate that running back room. I think there's a good mix of high floor, high upside guys. And then quarterback, we have Dak Prescott. And with it being a one quarterback league, you could easily, stream some guys in this. So clearly not the best team. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever tried the double elite tight end strategy and how it worked out for you. Obviously, you're missing out on tons of top tier wide receiver, running back talent, which it just doesn't feel good. You're going to be behind the 8 ball, pretty obviously. Let me know down below what you would have done differently after taking those tight ends. While you're down there, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the little bell so you know when I'm dropping a video. Also, let me know what platform or what strategy you want me to try next so we can kind of see how that works. Drop it down in the comments. Appreciate all the support from you guys. I do really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.